perfect.
A big one.
I know you still got some injuries, particularly for defenders, but in terms of midfield and attack, there was a lovely balance to the team today.
Yeah, it was again, obviously. We knew before the game that we were going to make some subs because of the state of certain players. But we had to manage that, and that's why all the players get the opportunity. Jacob came in, Alice came in, did really well as well. Jorginho, I think he was exceptional. Thomas is out, you bring another player, and he delivers what he's done again, so very pleased.
I thought it was very interesting. We all know your corner kick routines and how Gabriel gets space, but Antonio tried to deny him space, but he just wasn't able to pin him down.
Yeah, obviously, you know, every team has his strengths and weaknesses. We try to pick up on there and work on that, and very pleased that we can score again. I think is the last 10 goals, I think, is very different goal scorers in very different ways, and that's good. It's a really positive thing for the team.
And when you have a first half like that and 7 goals scored, as much as it to calm the players down, to relax, it seemed sort of good game management in the second half. It wasn't as crazy.
Yeah, the message not to relax is to go for more and sustain and improve. Still certain things that in the first half were a bit sloppy, especially with the direct play. But yeah, it's that tendency as well. You feel in control. You feel that there's still a big difference in the scoreline, and probably you are not that efficient as consistency as we were in the first half.
So it's really important now, of course, with this busy Christmas period, for the players to obviously recover in the right way, which I'm sure they will, but they're hungry, they're so passionate with each other. You can just see the connection and relationships now of how much it means for them right now. They're just scoring effortlessly.
Yeah, and as Theo said, Jamie, the lapse in concentration came when they were 4-0 up in the game, when there was a very, very limited
time. And it gives him a lot of one-on-one situations where you can't really have unless Odegaard is playing. So really good 3 points for them. Put the pressure on tomorrow, can sit back and enjoy it. I'm sure he'll probably prefer a Man City or a draw. He doesn't want Liverpool to win.
Bukayo, well done. Great performance overall, but how important were those first 35 minutes? Because it was such a strong start from Arsenal.
Yeah, it was a very, very strong start, and we remember we played similar like this last year, so we knew we wanted to start strong, and we definitely did that.
And before I come into your goal, I want to talk about your assists. You reached 10 assists this season, more than last season. How has it been for you to develop this part of your game? Attacking play. Of course, you prefer to score goals, but how much pleasure are you taking from these assists?
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of pleasure. I like to score and create, but the biggest pleasure is winning and getting 3 points on the board, so I'm very happy today.
And talking about assists, it was a nice moment when you gave the ball to Odegaard for his penalty, and then he gave it back to you. How was that moment?
No, it was nice. Martin's a top player. He's been playing so good. Yeah.
And for your goal, of course, is a priority for you to score goals. But how have you been feeling with the movements the team has been making and the connections, the link-ups back with Odegaard?
Yeah, I think definitely the last 3 games we've been back to our best, back to our best way of playing. We're fluid, we're dynamic, and you can see the movements, the rotations, everything looks good. So we need to continue like this. You know, we played 3 good games, but we know in this league it's not enough. We have a big game on Wednesday, Manchester United.
Against Nottingham Forest last weekend. And Bukayo Saka is having a fantastic season for Arsenal. It's 10 assists, as Natalie mentioned in the interview there. The record is 20. That was Thierry Henry, and Kevin De Bruyne has done it as well.
Good company.
So he's halfway there already. He's not just bettered his own stats from last season. He's on his way to a Premier League record, potentially.
And as well, he's on his way with a long period of the season without his partner in crime in Odegaard. It's incredible stats. He's just playing with confidence. The smile on his face when he speaks about Man United now, he's already speaking about that Man United. He's always up for on the field. He just blesses it completely, Jamie. It's incredible to see.
What a role model. He's an incredible role model, so intelligent, eloquent, knows the game inside out. He just comes across as a fine young man. It must be a dream for any kind of manager that wants to, whether it's the England manager or obviously Arsenal. And the job that he's doing and the improvements that he's making every single day are just frightening. You know, the level he's getting to, because he can score goals.
Main player out, I will take this team now and trying to make sure we stay at a level. They weren't quite at the level of scoring all these goals, which Odegaard obviously enhances that. But again, he took leadership, considering how age he is right now.
With his positioning, because obviously you played as predominantly a right-sided right winger. Do you feel that it might have improved you? Because with Bukayo, he started as a left back, it seemed, and then he went to left wing. You could play, mate. Don't worry.
No. To be honest, it was a position at times. It was, Nasri was out on the left-hand side. We had Olivier Giroud, a different stature of a forward. Ron van Persie. I was used to playing on the right because I loved, like Bukayo there, he loves assists. I did like that as well. I got even more joy out of that at times, to be part of, involved in the goals. But yes, I hear your point. That was a finish I actually really liked, particularly from the left-hand side. I followed Michael Owen.
Consistency, about maybe not delivering in the bigger games. It's maybe been about just growing into his role. All of that seems to be coming for him this season particularly.
And as well, just how easy he puts the penalties away. I know maybe Fabianski will be a little bit disappointed in not getting it, but everything that's happened to him in his career up until now, to still be in a position to think, look, that's fine, I can deal with this, it's no problem. Just shows that he's very mature at such a young age still, but very experienced, and that's really, really good to see.
He had that bit of adversity, but he comes back from it.
But I think we picked it up really well, and the second half we killed the game.
That first half an hour or so was just fantastic. Did it feel like that? Did you feel that you were putting on a really complete performance?
Yeah, obviously we felt really strong. I think the first goal was a set piece, which Gabriel, again, amazing. I think we showed some really great football, and we're doing that for the last 3 games already. So we just need to try to keep this momentum going, because we have a big game coming up against United.
Not just the way you perform, but physically to look after yourself in this moment, because it's a very hard injury to come back from. You look like you've not been away from the game at all.
Just the people around me pushing me always. I always say you're as good as the people around you. So those are the most important people in my life right now, and they help me to get where I am right now. And just trying to push, keep going. To be honest, the players around me are so good that it makes it easy as well to play for me. But I feel good. I feel nice. I feel fit, and that's the most important thing for me right now.
Too much.
No, I think that's a good thing. I think we have a big squad with a lot of good players, and I think we showed that last week and this week again with different players in the starting lineup. We just have to keep going like this.
So, just to ask you a question, you just mentioned about the set piece there and the first goal, and when you were setting up with Bukayo Saka taking the corner, Gabriel came up to you and he said a few things, and I watched where your position you took up just behind the 6-yard box, and then you made a run to just do a little slight nudge on Paquetá just to stop him heading the ball. So
no, I can't tell it, but it felt a little bit like an assist, to be fair.
Are you claiming an assist for that?
I helped him a bit with that, but it was a good execution. Of course, but to be fair, we have so many games that on the other side you don't have a lot of time to train that. But I think when we train it, we're really focused and very detailed when we train it.
Jurien, obviously you're all extremely focused. Bukayo Saka has told us, you're looking ahead to the Manchester United game in midweek. You've already mentioned it. I'm sure Mikel Arteta will say the same thing when he's interviewed later on. But also, you are focused on this title race, and you know that Liverpool and Manchester City are playing tomorrow. So
Liverpool, every weekend game, every Premier League game is hard, and tomorrow we play each other. I will watch the game, rest on the couch at home, and I'll be prepared for Wednesday against United.
Yeah, all you can do is get your own 3 points, and then hope the rest of the weekend pans out as you want.
That's it.
Thank you so much for joining us. Good to talk to you.
Thanks, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Well played.
Thank you.
Well done.
Interesting to hear him talk about the set pieces, Jamie. Because
he didn't give away too much.
No,
I
he's
wasn't
not going
expecting
to,
that
is he?
answer.
Because
No, exactly.
they might well.
It's a sort of my era where set pieces would be something that maybe you spent a little bit of time on a Friday.
Yeah.
It was cold. You didn't have the ability of all the stats and the TVs where you can stop it and do it in a screen or in a classroom or tactics room like the players have now. A lot of the time, it's freezing cold, Gaffer. Look, we'll be all right. He's marking him. That's your man, and you can just defend like that. Whereas now the details, the set piece coaches, I have to be honest, 10 years ago, I'd have rolled my eyes at it and think they wants one. You know, every club is looking for who is the next guy, and you've not got to play the game. You just have to see the game in patterns and realising where spaces are, if you've got the right delivery. But it's all right having the best set-piece coach in the world. You still have to have people that can, one, deliver the ball at the right place, into the right place, and two, attack the ball. And that's what Arsenal have in Gabriel. And they all have their jobs, but he is a monster in the box. He's so difficult to stop because he's aggressive, he's big, and he wants to get on the end of it.
It's the worry now they create and the uncertainty in the crowd as well. You can just feel it, the pressure that they allow. And, you know, tonight it just showed how important it was. And not just tonight, but it's going to be all season. Gabriel is an absolute
because what they've got,
soldier
Theo,
right now,
I don't know if you agree with
is.
this. When I see teams now, they have every team on the back foot. Because straight away, what they did to Tottenham with set pieces and what they've done to West, you end up reacting off of them. Rather than thinking, OK, we're going to protect this in the question, because there was a little bit of dialogue with Gabriel.
Can you highlight him on the, so we can see the move that you're talking about?
This was just before.